Good afternoon, everyone. This is Christian with PerfectStockAlert.com, a 100% free service for smart investors and traders. All we ask in return, please refer a friend. Today is Thursday, August 22nd, 2013. Before we go on to look at today's chart, which will be in the U.S., I wanted to get into the business over there in Europe, the Milan Index, the MIB. Whenever you're looking at this particular chart, again, MIB, this chart here, we've had a nice move to the upside here, very substantial move, and now we've had a little pullback, and we've got this little bounce that we talked about coming in the U.S. and here as well. The main thing here is I want you to watch this for an opportunity to sell it, and this is how you'll know it. What could happen here and what will likely happen. You got this nice close here, very nice move to the upside. If we get a move that comes up here and gets higher than this high close here, you can see that we get a little rally up like this. That will be a bearish divergence, and you know that will be the case because you bounced off the 90 line on the ultimate oscillator, and there's just I don't know of a case where you ever come up here and crossed above that. So anything that would happen with a higher point in price activity would give you a lower high in the ultimate oscillator, which would give you a high point here, lower high here, and it would be trending down. At the same time period, you'd have a high close here and a higher close there. It would be trending up. Bearish divergence, we don't trust those. They fall apart. Look at the NASDAQ, for example. It would be a situation where we just recently saw that when we stayed away from it and didn't get caught in that fake rally. So be looking instead for this bounce to give you a sell opportunity. Okay, now we're going to be looking at the Dow Jones Transportation Average, the TRAN, and this is the chart that I was bullish on in the U.S., and we can see the TRAN here. What we talked about in the past, we had a high close here, a higher close here. It gives you an uptrend line between those 2 points, and of course, at the same time period, you have a high point here, high point here. It's just flat, horizontal there, and that's telling you it's fake, not to be trusted. It pulls back down, but you also notice low point here, low close, lower close here. It's turning down, and that's conflicting signals, which basically doesn't mean break down or break out to the upside. It just means a sideways moving market. So whenever you have that scenario, you look for buy opportunities, and typically they'll be found at the 50-period moving average, that red line right there, which is what we ended up with. You got that little hammer kind of formation here. Someone pointed out that this was a weak definition of a hammer, and that's true, but it doesn't matter, and the actual signal is still there. So we get the little bounce to the upside, and we just started kicking for a few days. I think it was Friday we brought this out to your attention, told you could be a buyer here, and you had a couple of days to buy while we just kind of moved sideways while the rest of the market were falling. These guys just kept moving sideways, and now we had that breakout to the upside today. That's good. You're making money. That's fine. Keep it stopped here, or you can start advancing it with the lows of each candlestick until you're eventually stopped out. What I'd be doing in this particular scenario right now, be watching to see what she does up here when she tests this high. If we start to rally up here and we fail at about the 1600 level, or I'm sorry, the 6600 level, if you start to fail there and get shooting star, something like that, take the profits or at least advance the stop to that point and be looking to go short, because at that point in time you would then have the head and shoulders formation threatening you. You would have this first shoulder formation here, the head formation here, and then the second shoulder if she peaks out of roughly the same level. There would look something like that. We have a neckline that sloped down and so forth, so it would not be a good sign. So keep an eye on how she develops at this point, but this is where the money's being made, and it's the safest call that we had of the U.S., so we used it, okay? And see what else can we do. Again, I'd like to point out, if you go to the free website at PerfectStockAlert.com, you scroll down to the bottom, you will find the global market charts updated nightly, short-term and long-term charts, both 3-month and 2-year weekly charts for all the major markets that we track for you at PerfectStockAlert.com. Go around the globe. Someone asked if I would do the natural gas. I'll probably do that tomorrow for you guys to show you guys that, and then that'll be that, okay? God bless, take care, I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Please take a moment to review our disclaimer. The information provided herein is our opinion only. Under no circumstances do any statements here represent a recommendation to buy or sell securities or make any kind of an investment. You are responsible for your own due diligence. To summarize, we do not provide investment advice, nor do we make any claims or promises that any information here will lead to a profit, loss, or any other result. These videos are for educational purposes only.